we're going to go back to the communications header because we're going to spend a little bit of time in this functionality. And so what I want to do is, just show you the communications tab allows you to email or text. Here's the email setup. So again, you can select by ensemble. If you want to just send to my tuba players, I can do that. If I want to send to the parents of those students or add the staff and faculty or any administrators, if I have student leaders, again, you can get as granular as you want with how you're going to send these things out. The email interface looks pretty much like any other email interface that you would be working in. You can add a file of any size, so there's no limit to the attachment size. I will tell you, though, you want to be mindful that the receiving end might have some constraints. So if you have a super large audio or video file that you want to do, you're probably better off linking that or putting it in the message that it's in a particular folder in the system. But again, you can add whatever size file that you would like to this. We're going to actually go into a real world situation. I'm going to click on text. You can see the screen change. All of the selection options are the same, but then type my text. I'm limited to 500 characters. Again, some of the receiving end might break, if you have a longer text, might break that into multiple pieces, but I'm going to quickly jump back to my PowerPoint because I have a demonstration that I want to show you on this front. And I'm seeing that my screen did change. So right now you're seeing literally the snapshot of my smartphone, my Apple phone right now. And I took some screen videos of that so you could see what would happen. So I'm going to walk through a real life situation. Not that this hasn't happened to any of you out there, but let's just say we're at a large group event with one of our groups. The events run late, like that's never happened. You want to inform all of the parents that these kids are going to be later than you anticipated. So I'm going to just run through this so you can see how I would go about that. So here's the interface. I can see that I have all of the same functionality on there. I'm going to go into this upper bar and click communications, and it's going to bring me down to send email or text. I can now choose whether that's an email or a text that I'm going to send. I'm choosing text. I can now go in and decide what group's going to get that. So our concert band's out there, and I want the parents and guardians of those students to get this. And you're going to see how poorly I type on my smart device right now. So I apologize that it isn't the fastest typing. But I'm basically going to tell them that the event ran long. We'll be arriving, I think I say at 11 o'clock versus 10 o'clock, which is what we told them in the itinerary. And once that all gets done, I have the ability to preview that message and see who it's going to be sent to. So I'm actually going to pause this because it'll just finish out typing what I did. Just being mindful of, maybe I can't pause it. So it'll be done in just a second here. Please plan to pick up your students at that time. So I literally previewed that, and I want to show you this next screen, which is after I previewed, which I'm going to do now. I can see the preview. I hit send. Here I'm previewing. It's going to 2 parents. That's all I had in that particular demo. But here's my phone after I hit send on that process. There we go. So you can see that it's flashing. That's my inbox. Our event is run late and the buses will not return to school till 11. Please plan to pick up your student at that time. You'll see that it comes from noreply@cuttime.net. You probably want to let parents know that that's, they may be getting text from a number that isn't something that they're used to seeing. So that's something that you can educate them about. So just a kind of a cool way to a real life situation. So I do want to jump in back to my live screen here so I can show you the functionality. and that works. So I'm going to go back in here. You'll see that there's a button called Message Archive. So it literally keeps a track of every message that has been sent, whether that's a text or an email. You can sort by date. I'm going to actually go back to our last beginning of the school year, and I'm going to run that report, and it's going to show me everything that's in there, so I can go in and view it. I can see that message was sent to 68 people who it was sent to. So again, you can copy and paste whatever you would want to do in that and create a new one for the next year, so you have that kind of track of what's going on. The other piece that I want to show you in the communications side of things is the news section. So here's the news and notices. So I just have a couple of them that are in there. So I'm going to pop open the one that says concert band special rehearsal. But to add news, it would be literally just clicking this button. You'll see what the screen looks like when I go into edit. So here it is. I select the year that we're in. The subject is we have a concert band special rehearsal. I want it to go just to this ensemble, so it's going to our concert band. Don't forget we have a special rehearsal with a clinician coming this Thursday evening. Rehearsal will run from 6:30 to 8:30, and the rehearsal's mandatory. So you can see the start date that I want that to appear and the end date, and then I click post. I'm going to jump back into my other presentation on the PowerPoint here, so you can actually see what that looks like on the student side. So I'm going to advance a couple of screens here because we already talked about that. So here is what a student and parent view looks like on the communication side. You can see that up at the top, they have people, assignments, calendar, volunteer, files, and docs, so they don't have all of the same things that we as teachers have. When I click on this, so this news is the first thing they see. Again, this is a reminder that we have a rehearsal. You can also see that they see their assignments and financial obligations. So it's a very clean snapshot for both the student and parent when you get into those news areas. It's really the first thing on their list, so that anything that you want to keep them apprised of, that will be how you do that.